Hi, and welcome, John Morris Show on a Tuesday morning from the TFNB studios on historic Elm Avenue in Waco. Somebody said to me yesterday, Elm Avenue, where is that studio? And I said, I can't tell you, but I guess I can. We're right on the corner of Elm and University Parks Drive. It's a great location. Yesterday, we were talking when we started, Garrett, about one of the blackout curtains had fallen down, and it was like an open window out toward Elm Avenue. And as I was leaving at 10 o'clock, I thought, oh, this is great. We'll leave it open like that. People will come and look in the window, right? Like the Today Show.
That would honestly, that would be like a really cool thing. I've always wanted to have it where we take the curtains down and you just have the show open with the window. You're looking out at the suspension bridge.
Yes.
And do something like at night. I think that would look really awesome.
At night, that would be a great shot. It really is. So the set you see behind me, I mean, it's obviously covering windows behind that, and that is back toward University Parks Drive, but right at the suspension bridge. It'd be a great shot. That'd be really cool.
It would be awesome.
Yeah, that'd be nice. So a little far-fetched to think people are going to come and look in the windows if we don't have them covered here. But glad you're with us on this Tuesday morning. We're brought to you every day by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. The Brazos Landing back open today, closed on Mondays, open for lunch and dinner. 11 to 10 a.m., 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. beginning today through Sunday. How about this? Baylor football spring practice begins today. They'll start today. For the most part, go Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. April 25th is the final day of spring, a big fan fest scheduled for that weekend on the Baylor campus. But spring practice begins today, and how big is that this year? You know, for Coach Aranda, for these new members of his staff, for the new players that they have in, for DJ Lagway in as the quarterback for Baylor, the transfer from Florida. I mean, this is just usually spring practice. I'll mosey out there a little bit and watch a little and remind myself of some of the guys' numbers. But I'm also doing baseball, like tonight, baseball, and then some softball and other things. So I don't dive completely into spring practice. But this year, I'm more interested in seeing how things go than I find myself having been in the past. So I'll be out there this afternoon a little bit to watch and report back to you what I can about that. Now, see, here's the thing you got to know. I work in the Baylor athletic department. As such, I get access that most media don't to practice. But there's also a responsibility that goes with that I can't come on the air and tell you everything that I've seen out there or talk about it. So understand that I can be out there, but that comes with a responsibility also. So look forward to being out there today, first practice of the spring. Coach Aranda will speak following today's practice. Let you hear some of that this time tomorrow. But yesterday, Garrett, we got to sit down and do a Sick'em podcast interview with one Derek Lagway Jr., DJ Lagway. So it was really fun. I'd met him in passing once, but hadn't really sat down and talked to him, hadn't had an interview before yesterday.
He seems like a really personable individual. It's somebody that you naturally gravitate to. I think he's a really good leader. I think he's the perfect fit for Baylor. Obviously, his family connections and everything go a long way. He grew up. He understands the culture of it. But I think it's really about timing. And this is also, like, to me, one of those situations where you don't burn bridges, especially in the current landscape of things, because there could have been a situation where if that would have happened with Baylor, you wouldn't have him. But now you have him here. He's the face of your program, and you're about to get attention that I don't think you've gotten at quite some time.
Yeah. So it was fun to visit with him. He was all those things that you said. He really was very personable, almost reserved. Wasn't overly outgoing. One of the questions I asked him was, what kind of a leader are you? You a vocal leader? You lead by example? And he said, I'll just do whatever I need to do. So that says a lot right there. But fun to visit with him. And one thing you said that I thought about yesterday was he is the face of the program now. You know, if you look on the Baylor website, go to BaylorBears.com, the season ticket graphic is Derek Lagway's picture. I mean, DJ Lagway's picture, and pushing season tickets. So he is quite clearly the face of the program.
And I mean, that's also one of those things where he's used to it, right? He's been in the spotlight. He's been the Gatorade National Player of the Year. He's had all of the accolades and the commercials that went along with that. So I think it's great. It's kind of molded him for this position. I think he's going to take Baylor to a really good spot.
Yeah, I agree. And so far, so good. And watch for that podcast to be out. I'm not sure when. It'll be probably one day this week. I'll let you know when. But that's the Sick'em podcast that we do internally with Baylor Athletics. Fun to visit with him about his, upbringing in Willis, his early memories of Baylor. His dad played here. Derek Lagway was a bruising running back, 97, 98, 99, and then 2001 for Derek Lagway. And I asked DJ this. I said, have you seen some pictures and video of your dad? And he said, oh, yeah. And I said, man, those shoulder pads were big. That's the thing that always struck me with Derek Lagway. He was a running back, but he had those big old shoulder pads that he wore.
There's no way. Like, could you imagine trying to throw a football in some shoulder pads like that?
No.
There's no way he would even be able to get that off.
Exactly. And they've just changed and improved through the years.
Exactly.
They're safer now. They're better shoulder pads, but they're much smaller and conform to your body much easier.
Yes.
But Derek had those big old shoulder pads, and he wore number 4 when he was here as a running back. So DJ said one of his early memories, I asked him when was the first Baylor game he remembers coming to, and he said, I don't know, I was about 6 years old. And I said, what year would that have been? He said, I don't know, maybe 2012.
Oh, man.
How about that? That hurts.
Yeah.
But that was his earliest memory coming to a game. He said at the old stadium.
The old
I
stadium.
Said, yeah. 2012 would have been the year that Nick Florence led the team to the Holiday Bowl. And but he remembers pretty regular trips to Waco with his dad and his mom and his family to see Baylor. And really, he says his top 2 choices out of high school, out of Willis, were Baylor and Florida. And I can remember when he was being recruited out of high school, there was one Saturday game day. We're out in Touchdown Alley doing our tailgate show. And here comes this mob of people are coming, noticeable to the point that we're doing a show, but I notice them over there. And it's a group of people, and there's cameras and there's lights and all this. That's DJ Lagway. And he's got this entourage, literal entourage with him, with cameras, just documenting every step, every moment. And I thought, all right, there's DJ Lagway. Of course, I'd heard his name, very highly, obviously, a very high recruit possibility. He did sign with Florida out of high school, and now has made his way to Baylor, circuitous route through Gainesville, Florida. But it was really fun to sit down with him and talk to him and get to know him a little bit better. Like I said, a little bit reserved. I wouldn't say shy. I would just say a little bit reserved, and good looking guy. Gosh, he's got great size. You look at him, you think, are you a quarterback, or are you a safety or a linebacker? He's just really good size guy. So that was fun to sit down with DJ Lagway, Baylor's new quarterback. Glad he's here. Spring practice begins today and runs through April 25th for the Bears. Practices, remind you, for the most part, are closed to the public until that final day, April 25th. And then they'll put on not a spring game. Everybody's gotten away from those, but I guess more like an open practice, and they won't show anything that they don't want publicly revealed. A lot of schools, most schools used to do spring games to wrap up spring drills, and then they got to be bigger and bigger, and then they started being televised. And then all of a sudden coaches thought, wait a second, we're putting video out there of our guys who could now be poached by other schools to come and get them to transfer to their school. We're not going to do that. So they all, for the most part, all stopped doing spring games. Hardly anybody does that anymore. So Baylor's a part of that. It makes sense. It's kind of the changing times in college football that spring games went away.
It is. And, it's frustrating, but it also makes sense. I think it's a good way for for programs to turn it into like a festival or a day and have the fans come in and just kind of get some excitement, let the players relax and know that all the work you put in, this is what it's for. It's for the excitement, it's for the fans, it's for the community. So I think it kind of works both ways and it's good. But I'm interested to see what Baylor does this season.
Yeah, that's exactly what it's going to be. It's going to be a fan fest weekend. I think baseball and softball are both at home. Then you got the spring game wrapped in there. I think there's a track meet, that home track meet that weekend also. So you find one of those weekends in the spring when you've got so many activities and just build upon that. And I think that's that weekend, like April 23rd, 24th, 25th is the date. So that'll be a lot of fun. And again, spring practice begins today for Baylor football. Sat down yesterday with DJ Lagway. Today, sit down with Doug McNamee, Baylor's new athletic director. So we'll record that this afternoon and watch for that coming out shortly. It'll be fun to get Doug's thoughts, his insight on where things are. I think he's like 90 days in as the athletic director, and be fun, always fun to sit down with Doug McNamee. All right, we're off and running on this Tuesday morning. We do appreciate your being with us. We are brought to you by Alliance Bank, Central Texas, your Central Texas business bank, voted by Forbes 2025 Best in State Banks. Alliance Bank Central Texas values their relationships with their customers and with their communities. 7 locations around Central Texas for Alliance Bank Central Texas, also available on the web at alliancebanktexas.com. Coming up in a bit, our next segment, we'll look at what's ahead for Baylor athletics, baseball and softball back home tonight. $2 Tuesdays at both the Big Getty and at Baylor Ballpark. We'll look at that, and a little bit later, Britni Newman, Baylor softball associate head coach and pitching coach, will join us. So that's ahead in the hour. Glad you're with us on this Tuesday morning. Take a break and be right back.
Hey, it's Zach Gelb. We're talking NFL and college football. Plus, we have some of the biggest interviews in sports media. You got to check out the Zach Gelb Show right here on 365 Sports, weekdays, 2 to 4 p.m. Eastern, 1 to 3 p.m. Central. And make sure you subscribe to my channel, youtube.com/@Zach Gelb Show.
Morrison's Gifts, Waco's oldest family-owned gift store, wants to ask a question to the guys out there. Don't you just love gift giving? Does John Hart, Consuela, or Jellycat mean anything to you? If not, at Morrison's, we have your answers and your back. For 47 years, we have guided men and you ladies through the trauma of selecting the right gift for the right person. Come and see us at 4312 West Waco Drive in the Brazos Square Center, close to Jason's Deli. That's Morrison's Gifts, owned by a proud Baylor Bear.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Are you looking for top-shelf sports talk about the West Virginia Mountaineers, where you can get objective analysis, but with the passion of a fan? Well, look no further than right here at Couz's Corner. I am Justin Couz Walker, the host of Couz's Corner, and you can find my show on demand over at YouTube. Most shows are uploaded by 5 p.m. Eastern Time. You can also check out my live post-game reaction shows. My special guest interviews, you can find it all on YouTube at Kuz's Corner. Go check it out.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Tuesday. We do appreciate your being with us, brought to you in part by the Brazos Landing, open Tuesday through Sunday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Remember that $12 lunch menu available every day, and a great menu of good selections there at the Brazos Landing. Check it out where I-35 and the Brazos meet. Right across the river from Foster Pavilion, right across the interstate from McLean Stadium. That is the Brazos Landing. All right, let's talk about baseball and softball coming up tonight for Baylor. First, NCAA update. Women's basketball, the Sweet 16 is now set. West Virginia playing on their home floor. They had a round of 32 game against Kentucky last night. I was listening to this game driving home, listening to young Andrew Caridi do the play-by-play, and it was just West Virginia on their home floor, and it was just slipping away from them. And Kentucky had the lead. West Virginia made a great run late, tied the game, or maybe got within 1. Kentucky had a shot, went up by 1. West Virginia was going to get the final shot of the game. I think like 7 seconds left, and they got a look, but it didn't fall. Kentucky the rebound, and the game was over. West Virginia got beat on their home floor in the round of 32. They lose by 1, 74-73 to Kentucky. So West Virginia, the Big 12 tournament champs after TCU won the regular season. This is the women's basketball. West Virginia bounced from the tournament in the second round. So, and then late last night, Oklahoma State lost to top seed UCLA. Sort of saw that one coming. That would have been a huge upset for J.C. Hoyt and Oklahoma State. But Oklahoma State eliminated last night. So what does that leave? One Big 12 women's team in the Sweet 16. Just one, TCU. So that's tough. You thought TCU and West Virginia would have really good shots to advance to the Sweet 16. That didn't happen. So TCU, the only women's team to advance to the round of 16. They'll play later this week. Of course, on the men's side, there are 3 Big 12 schools, Arizona, Houston, and Iowa State, on to the Sweet 16 on the men's side. Here's trivia for you. You like trivia, Garrett?
I love some trivia.
Here's Sweet 16 trivia.
Ooh.
I love trivia when I have the answer.
Yeah, that's why I'm nervous. I'm going to botch this. What we got?
All right. So these 4 schools are not in the Sweet 16 this year. Kansas, Kentucky, North Carolina, and UCLA are not in the Sweet 16. When was the last time those 4 schools, all of them, did not make at least the Sweet 16?
Man, J-Mo.
Think about it.
Give me.
It goes way back. I can tell you that.
Oh, way back. All right.
It goes way back.
I'll say 1956.
Oh, that's very close.
Is it really?
54.
Wow.
1954. Good job.
Thank you. Well, I was going to say like 2000, and you go way back. And I'm like, all right. Thank you for saving me on that.
Right. Like 70 years ago,
Yeah.
1954.
Jeez.
How about that? For
That is
all
a
4
run.
of those. Yeah.
Yeah.
So that, I mean, it speaks to those teams have won a lot. That's what it says, that those teams through the years have won a lot of games. And think about this also, if you talk about Kansas, Kentucky,
North Carolina and UCLA. Might there be coaching changes coming at 2 of those 4? Bill Self, it'd be his call, but would Bill Self, is he going to walk away? He said he was it's health issues, health decision, all of that. And then at North Carolina, I think Hubert Davis, his fate kind of hangs in the balance right now.
Yeah, I don't see Hubert Davis coming back. I think we're going to get one more year of Bill Self. I feel like the way this went with the distractions around the Darian Peterson situation, at times from the outside, it was perceived that he didn't have a hold of the program, and I feel like he comes back. Now, what kind of success they could have next year, you just had the best player in the country, and so that's something to be considered as well. But I think he kind of comes back next year, makes one more run, and puts a successor in his place.
I got you.
And then goes off into the sunset.
Yeah, I could see that, to bring a head coach in waiting in, and I could see that for sure. So, and when I bring this up, I almost feel bad bringing it up. I don't wish ill will on any school and their coaches. I mean, I've seen enough of it at Baylor. That affects families, that affects their assistants and their families. So I'm not saying that, hoping it happens at all, but just a story that is out there with both Kansas and North Carolina. It was interesting. Jones Angel does play-by-play for North Carolina. He sent out a tweet either Sunday or early Monday and said the regularly scheduled Hubert Davis show, which would have been Monday, has been postponed.
Yeah, that's the one.
How about that?
My alert started going off when I saw that.
You're right.
I was like, okay.
Postponed. Okay. Not canceled, but postponed. So had to do it. I mean, if he had a regularly scheduled show, you got to say something about it, right?
Yep.
So we'll see what happens with those schools. All right, Baylor baseball is home tonight. They're hosting Incarnate Word. We visited with Zach Dillon on the show yesterday. Zach said how important these midweek games are, and they really are for Baylor. And they'll play tonight at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. 6:30 for the first pitch tonight for Baylor and Incarnate Word. It's $2 Tuesdays at the ballpark. What does that mean? Well, you can get general admission tickets for $3, but $2 hot dogs, soft drinks, waters, popcorn. So $2 Tuesday at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark. Likewise, at Getterman Stadium at the Big Getty, Baylor softball is in a stretch where they play 8 ranked teams over a stretch of 9 games. 8 of 9 games are against ranked opponents, and they play UT Arlington tonight. That is a 6:30 first pitch, and that is a $2 Tuesday at Getterman Stadium also. And we'll talk more about that with Britni Newman, Baylor softball associate head coach and pitching coach for the Bears. She will join us coming up after a break. There she is in the waiting room. We'll take a break and be back with Britni Newman talking Baylor softball. Stay with us. John Morris Show brought to you in part by DeCampley's, where Italy meets Texas at DeCampley's every day in a warm and authentic experience, serving lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, and they offer off-menu specials every Friday and Saturday. DeCampley's in Waco, serving the best authentic Italian meals. Take a break. Britni Newman joins us after the break. John Morris Show will continue.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now, we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC, an equal housing lender. And welcome back, John Morris Show on a Tuesday. We're pleased you're with us today, brought to you by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. And look who's with us today. Oh, it's our lucky day. Britni Newman joins us, Baylor Softball Associate Head Coach, Baylor Pitching Coach. Britt, good morning to you.
Hey, good morning, John. How are you today?
I am doing great. Thanks very much. You join us on a game day. Got a game tonight, but thanks for being with us. And what a stretch here. 8 out of 9 games against ranked opponents. That's a rough stretch for y'all.
Yeah, it's been a busy week and a half, 2 weeks, however long that has been fast and furious and quick. But really proud of the team. Feel like we are learning each game, building momentum. Obviously, going back last week, going out to Florida, we were there the whole week. Got a lot of team togetherness time, if you know what I mean, and had a great time and enjoyed that trip. So
that's good. That bonding time. I mean, you can't understate that, can you? I mean, that's really valuable.
It's really valuable. You really get to. Especially the players, I really get to see their all the sides of their roommate that they are with for the whole week, and get to really bond and enjoy each other. And everyone survived and had a great trip.
Love that. Everybody survived. That's good. I said a rough stretch. I would say more a challenging stretch for you, which is what y'all do. I mean, scheduling Texas, for a home and home non-conference series, that's challenging for sure, but it's a good measuring stick also, isn't it?
Yeah. It was, a little disappointing. I'm sure, a little disappointed at how things ended for sure at our home. We always want to defend our home and give our fans a good evening to cheer. And we had a bad inning for sure, but just really trying to hope and encourage our fans to still come out and see us. We play tonight and coming up next weekend too, but we're using it as a growing moment. Really a lot of coaching happening, and we've got to learn from it and be better from it. We're in the thick of conference play, and so we've got to bounce up quickly.
That was a great crowd, a great atmosphere for that game Saturday evening, wasn't it?
It was. We loved that we had a lot of fans there. It was packed, a lot of energy and excitement, and we're hoping that they will come back again.
Let's talk about your group, your pitchers. Cambry Kreger, Taylor Peyton Tanner doing really well, transfers to Baylor this year, and they've really become a good 1-2 punch with Lexi Warnicki right there at number 3. I mean, that's become a really good group, hasn't it?
It has, John. I feel like I have to knock on wood a little bit. Usually we have some injuries in our bullpen, and I'm thankful that we are healthy and doing well, and the girls are really complimenting each other, and just really proud of Cambry and Peyton, kind of taking the charge and leading a lot of the starts that we have out there. And also for Sadie and Lexi both coming in and keeping batters off balance. And I just really love working with this group. I know Casey, our senior, hasn't gotten in very much, but just her leadership and role has been very important. And so I'm so blessed. This group is a lot of fun. I know they're young, and I know we keep talking about that, but also we are more than halfway through the season. So we've got to know that we've learned some things being young, and we've got to be able to execute. And but anyway, I love my staff. They're great, and I'm just proud of the growth that's happening. We've had some bumps along the way, but I'm happy for the growth that's happening.
Yeah, Matt Roberts, give me some good notes. Cambry and Peyton are in the top 10 in the league in strikeouts. Baylor's one of 3 teams in the conference that has 2 players in the top 10 in strikeouts. That says a lot about those 2.
That's awesome. I didn't even know that. So thanks, Matt,
There's Matt.
that. Yeah, shout out to Matt. He's doing awesome.
Way to go, Matt.
Yes, Cambry and Peyton both, they put a lot of work in. I think too, what's great is they study film, and they are looking for ways that we can set up sequences to attack hitters, and they are all in, and they're a joy to work with. So I'm proud of them, and we've got more to go.
Tell us about Lexi. She came in on Friday, right, in Austin, and really did a good job on the road in that environment, kind of settled things down for you.
Yeah, so she came in both games, Friday night, and then she also came in Saturday and shut them down. And I just really proud of her. She's another one that she loves the metrics of the pitching. And so I think that has really helped her this season to really sharpen up her movement, her break as far as inches goes, and where she's starting and wanting a pitch to end, and just using all the metrics. And that has been instrumental in her success. And I think too, just everyone plays better when they have that sense of just freedom to go out there and compete and not feel the pressure to hold any kind of load. And so she has, I think, been able to find that sense of freedom in her performance, and just really proud of her.
Nice. Very good. And then Sadie Ross, you mentioned her. Sadie's tied her career high in wins already. She's sitting at 5 wins. She's got the best ERA right now on the staff. She's been through a lot, hadn't she, with those knee injuries and knee surgeries, and she's come through that really well.
Yeah, she, a lot of our pitchers have come through injury, but she has torn her ACL 3 times. Yes, you heard that right. 3 times.
3 times. Same leg, right? Yeah,
same leg. And so she has really bounced back and fought through that. And so just really proud of her, not letting anything hold her back. And she's learning that she can do so much more than she ever thought she could do. And so I'm proud of her for that. And she's working hard as well.
Really cool. So UTA coming up tonight, 6:30 at the Big Getty, and these midweek games. I mean, every game's important, right? These midweek games, they're not conference, obviously, but very important to you.
Yeah. Tonight is another big game. Every opportunity we get, we need to compete and win. We're thinking of RPI and postseason always is in the back of our mind. And so making sure we take care of games that we need to. And this is another opportunity to work hard and compete and get that win tonight in front of our fans.
What's your RPI right now? I think it was 17 last week before Texas. Do you have any idea?
I haven't seen the updated one.
Okay.
So
It was
hopefully someone's
17
still
last
there.
week, which is
Mhm.
great, and you're 5-1 in conference with the young team. I mean, that's a great start. And now another challenge going to Tucson to play 12th ranked Arizona this weekend.
Yes, John, it doesn't get any easier. We're thankful for that. We love this competition that we get to play. And so, yeah, coming in, we go to Arizona this weekend, who is playing very, very well. And they've, looking at their schedule, I think out of their last 9 games, I think they've run rolled 4 in a row.
Oh.
And then on the back end, they lost 3 in a row getting run rolled. So, kind of crazy and wild, but I know a couple of those run rules were at Texas Tech, so obviously a really good program. But anyway, it's gonna be a fight out there, and drier conditions. I think it's supposed to be over 100 degrees on Friday down there in the desert. So trying to prepare for that and hydrate, and we'll be ready. So.
With y'all going to Tucson, what I always remember or think about is that Super Regional in 2017. Y'all went out there, were they number 2, I think, and you beat them and to advance to the Women's College World Series. What a great memory that is.
Mm-hmm.
What stands out? What do you remember most about that Super Regional?
Yes.
We're buffering, I think, with Britt. All right, we're buffering there. What a great memory. Super Regional 2017. Baylor went to Arizona. Yeah. Are you back? Yeah, I think it's a weak signal there.
Frozen.
Okay. Yeah, sorry. All right, what a great memory that is, 2017, the Super Regional. And I tell you what else I always think about when Baylor and Arizona meet in softball is Mark Lumley. He came to Baylor from Arizona, had a great career coaching out there, came here, Glenn Moore's right-hand man for 20-plus years, and we lost Lum a few years ago. But, gosh, does he have a permanent spot in our memory banks in the history of Baylor softball, certainly with Coach Moore and with Britt and everyone that's been associated with the program. So really good to always take the opportunity to remember Mark Lumley, who we will never forget. Never forget Coach Lumley. Baylor softball tonight versus UTA. It's a 6:30 first pitch at the Big Getty at Getterman Stadium, and broadcast on the Baylor Sports Media Network, also on ESPN Plus coming up tonight. Same with baseball versus Incarnate Word on the Baylor Sports Media Network and on ESPN Plus coming up this evening. All right, thanks to Britt for being on with us. Sorry we had to cut that a little bit short, but let's take a break. We'll come back. We'll look ahead. We'll wrap things up. We'll share some birthdays with you and more when we come back. John Morris Show brought to you in part by Toe King of Waco. Toe King is here to help the next time you're stuck on the road. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Toe King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with highly trained operators. Toe King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Toe King the next time you need help. Here's the number. Maybe put it in your phone, 254-666-5484. 254-666-5484. Give Gary and the crew at Toe King a call. Back in a moment. John Morris Show will continue after this.
Bumblebee Blinds of Waco and Temple is your one-stop shop for custom window treatment, transforming your vision into reality. Choose from a selection of shades, blinds, shutters, and curtains. Bumblebee Blinds stands behind our service and products, ensuring peace of mind with our trusted warranty. Call Bumblebee Blinds today to schedule your design consultation. Bumblebee Blinds, simplifying window treatments one covering at a time. BumblebeeBlinds.com.
The Pete Souza Show, Monday through Friday, 10 a.m. You want to talk NFL draft? I don't know. How about we get you Todd McShay? You want to talk Big 12? We can get you the commissioner. Somebody about the Cowboys? How about we have on the owner, Stephen Jones? Pop culture? Michelle Beadle. I mean, we will bring on the people that you want to hear from. And these people don't join us because of me. They join us because of you. You got to watch this show, okay? It's got everything you need. Sports, hijinks, laughs. Did I mention hijinks? We'll see you on the Pete Souza Show. Now we are under the 365 Sports umbrella. Check it out. I'm wearing a Tulane shirt. No idea why.
It's the Pete Souza Show. Sports, Pete.
Lake Waco Golf Club is a semi-private facility nestled along the north point of Lake Waco, one of the few facilities in Texas to have a full 18-hole regulation golf course as well as an executive 18-hole par 3 golf course. Plus, check out their bar and grill, which is open to the public. And if you're not a golfer, then enjoy time by the pool or even enjoy fishing around Lake Waco. Become a member today and call to book your tee time. Lake Waco Golf Club, where family and friends fun begins. Check them out at lakewacogc.com for more information.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
Being stuck on the side of the road is stressful no matter what time it is. Tow King is here to help. A locally owned and operated family-run business, Tow King offers 24-hour emergency roadside assistance with trained operators and high-caliber equipment for damage-free towing. Tow King of Waco is a company you can count on. Call Tow King the next time you need help. Check them out on Facebook, and remember, slow down or move over.
We're celebrating the Declaration of Deals at Allen Samuels in Waco. Right now, get $11,000 off a new Ram 1500 Lone Star, plus 2.9% for 72 months. Cash in on $11,000 off a new Ram 2500 Lone Star Crew Cab, or choose 0% for 36 months, plus no payments for 90 days. Feel secure with America's best full-size truck powertrain 10-year, 100,000-mile limited warranty at Allen Samuels.
Looking for football talk without the fluff? It's Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell, a former NFL quarterback breaking down the game from the inside, plus real conversations about sports, leadership, life, and everything in between. No hot takes for clicks, just honest analysis, strong opinions, and stories you won't hear anywhere else. Football talk and more, the way it's supposed to be. Subscribe now to Down and Dirty with Scott Mitchell on YouTube.
Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender. And welcome back. Final segment, John Morris Show on a Tuesday. Appreciate your being with us. Thanks to Brandon and Garrett behind the scenes. We even had a encore performance from Corey Dickman behind the camera earlier today. So thanks to all of you guys who are making things happen behind the scenes. We appreciate everyone tuned in. We're available live weekday mornings, 9 to 10 a.m. Central Time. That's on YouTube, on Facebook, on X. So you can catch it live there, or if that timing doesn't work out for you, you can get the show archived at any point during the day on those platforms as well. So if you're so inclined, we'd love for you to subscribe and like, and we'd appreciate that. Who doesn't want to be liked? But we appreciate everyone that is tuned in today. Reminder about another card show that is coming up this weekend. It is Saturday and Sunday at the Frank Mayburn Civic Center in Temple. It is a top-notch card show. Saturday from 11 a.m. to 6 p.m. Sunday from 10 a.m. to
to 4 p.m. Guests include the likes of former Baylor All-American linebacker James Francis, UT great Kwame Cavill, Billy Pittman, Ramonce Taylor, also those and others scheduled to appear this weekend. It is a big show. Britt Britton was telling us last week the show at the Texas Sports Hall of Fame, the one in Temple, is much larger. So can't imagine that really, but huge card show coming up this weekend, card and collectible show. For more information, go to topnotchcardshow.com, topnotchcardshow.com, and that is this Saturday and Sunday. All right, we'd like to share birthdays with you. Here's some birthdays on the list today. Baylor Baseball plays tonight. A man who played third base for the Bears during his time here from California, Matt Williams, his birthday today. Gosh, he was good. Matt was really, really good. I think had maybe a short stint in professional baseball, but a great Baylor career. So happy birthday to Matt Williams back out in California. A friend of mine, Jeff Lee, who was we were in school at Baylor at the same time. Happy birthday to Jeff Lee today. Sharon Edwards, a friend from high school. Coach Blake Anderson's birthday is today, from Hubbard, a Baylor grad, and has done really, really good things in football coaching. Happy birthday to Blake Anderson. Dave Davis's birthday is today, former Baylor football offensive lineman. Where is he now? Richmond, Virginia, it looks like. So happy birthday to him. He was a really, really good offensive lineman for the Bears. I'll come back to Dave in a moment. Who else? Stacy Zacharias Price, her birthday is today. And Mike Holman's birthday today. Mike passed away recently. A real void in the hearts of a lot of people. Everyone who knew Mike. Today is his birthday, so we remember him on this date, his birthday, March the 24th. So close with this story about David Davis. He was a big old offensive tackle for the Bears and was here during a time when Baylor was not winning a lot. I think mid to late 90s was the time, but he was just so good in that at that position. And I can remember a game when who did we beat? Golly, now I'm drawing a blank. It was a big win for the Bears, and I should remember, there weren't that many of them during that time, but it was his senior season, and I just remember after the game doing the broadcast and looking down there, and he's just on the field, and you can tell he's bent over, his hands on his knees, and you can see from a distance he's just crying like a baby. And here's this big old offensive lineman, and he is just, you could tell that far away, just uncontrollably, crying because of the win. And that hit me hard because here was a guy who played here and gave his all and was really good, and we didn't win much. We didn't have many wins, but that win, you could tell, meant that much to him. And I got to tell you, I got choked up at that moment, too, seeing that from him. So that's a lasting memory with Dave Davis, a big, really good offensive lineman for the Bears. And at a time when, he was one of these, if not the standout on the team. So a good memory there after a Baylor win and the way that it hit him. All right, reminder again, Baylor Baseball and Softball are in action tonight, both 6:30. They are at Getterman Stadium for Baylor Softball versus UT Arlington. UTA, Baylor's had their way with UTA through the years, but not so much recently. The last win for Baylor over UTA, let me get the year, it was 2023, March 22nd, 2023. Notable because that was Glenn Moore's 1,000th career win, a 5-0 win over UT Arlington on that date. It was on the road in Arlington, and Coach Moore with his 1,000th career win. He's now sitting at 1,101. But I think I'm right in saying that was the last time Baylor beat UTA. So Bears sort of owe them and play them tonight, 6:30. First pitch at Getterman Stadium this evening. And then Baylor Baseball is playing tonight at home against Incarnate Word, 6:30. First pitch at Magnolia Field at Baylor Ballpark for Baylor and Incarnate Word. We talked with Britni Newman about softball going on to Arizona this week and playing 12th-ranked Wildcats, a 3-game series there. Baseball, after tonight, they go down to Houston this weekend, a 3-game series against the Houston Cougars. So big games here midweek, leading into even bigger games this weekend for both Baylor and Baylor Baseball and Baylor Softball. So good luck to them this evening. I get to do the baseball game tonight on TV on ESPN+. I think I'm working with Matt Menard this evening. So that'll be fun to be out there and be a nice night. And come on out and support Baylor Baseball or Baylor Softball, both at home this evening. All right, we appreciate you. Thanks for being with us today. Thanks again to Brandon and Garrett and Corey behind the scenes. And thanks to Britni Newman, who was on with us, Baylor Softball Associate Head Coach. Lord willing, we'll be back tomorrow in the 9 a.m. Central Time hour. Thanks for being with us. John Morris Show presented by Alliance Bank Central Texas and by the Brazos Landing. Have a great Tuesday. Alliance Bank Central Texas understands that banking is about people. From first accounts to business growth, they actively partner with Central Texas businesses and families to help meet their financial goals. A variety of online products and services make banking easy without compromising the personalized banking experiences they are known for. Customer-focused banking isn't just what they do, it's who they are. Alliance Bank Central Texas, serving Central Texas across 7 convenient locations and at alliancebanktexas.com. Member FDIC and equal housing lender.
Enjoy a quiet atmosphere with beautiful river views at the Brazos Landing, located in Waco along the Brazos River across from McLean Stadium. Enjoy homemade dishes like shrimp and grits, chicken piccata, braised short ribs, prime New York steaks, and more. Plus, enjoy a delicious dessert like creme brulee or key lime pie. Open for lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday. Brazos Landing in Waco, the only place where I-35 and the Brazos River meet.
At DeCampley's Italian Ristorante, we are committed to providing an authentic Italian experience. Through exceptional service, delicious food, and a family environment, we want our guests to create memories that they will want to share with their family and friends. Open for lunch and dinner Monday through Saturday, closed on Sundays. Make your reservation today. Check us out on Facebook and at decampleys.com.
My name is David Maddox, owner of Waco Foundation Repair. I've been in business right at 20 years, incorporated since 2003, and nonstop, very busy business to be in. We stay plenty busy with this good old Central Texas ground that constantly moves and does its thing. If you think you have foundation repair issues, call Waco Foundation Repair today.
Spring has sprung, and now's a great time to schedule a checkup for your vehicle. As Texas weather changes, it's important to make sure you and your loved ones are safe on the road. Request an appointment online at CompleteCarCareCenter.com today. We're equipped to handle all major and minor repairs on your vehicle. Our experienced technicians can check the health of your tires and inspect your vehicle for any unseen issues. Kish Complete Car Care Center at 5300 Franklin, where we take pride in keeping individuals safe honestly.